Welcome back. So this is the segment about the war between the New World and Buenos Aires. So, the Riper offensive continues after a long trudge through the jungle and a brutal battle. The New World would take Manaus, Brazil, and begin cutting off the north by following the Amazon River. So after all these major losses, Buenos Aires was questioning whether they should stay in this war or sue for peace. All officials, or all member states, would meet in Buenos Aires to discuss this. And after a 2/3 vote, they elected to end the war. However, the other third, upset by this, went rogue. The nations a part of this, Angola, Argentina, and South Africa, would conduct a special op to hopefully cripple a major U.S. port and destroy as much as they could while gathering intel. They had used the USS Gridley for this operation to infiltrate Port Morant in Jamaica, which had become a major U.S. base during the war. Once there, with 250 soldiers hidden away in the hull of the ship, they would use guerrilla warfare hit-and-run tactics to do as much damage as possible and secure as much intel as possible. The Gridley would leave its port, and a day later would be followed by the full Argentinian and South African fleet. The Gridley would be allowed in after a stroke of luck where the crew that piloted the Gridley there, claimed they were deserters. Unknown to the Americans were the 250 men, all prepped for combat in the cargo hold. After the crew was taken off and the soldiers on board were confident there was no one who was immediately going to shoot them down, the militia would leave the boat and begin planting explosives on other docks, ships, ammo and munition dumps, and more. As they were planting the explosives, the sound of naval cannons erupted. The Argentine fleet had arrived and was providing a perfect distraction for them while they planted more explosives. The submarine on the Argentinian side would sink the USS George Bush and the USS Iowa. After this perfect distraction, the guerrilla forces would detonate the explosives, taking out another 4 ships, 12 docks, and 2 major munition depots. The explosion could be heard for miles. The guerrilla forces then began gunning down every U.S. soldier in sight. Then the Marines would arrive and take out every last militiaman. The crew, who had claimed they were deserters, would infiltrate the documents room and take as many pictures as they could on their cell phones and send it back to Rio. The U.S., in fear that this would kill more morale for their country, as this war was already turning against the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, would send a Minuteman II missile, a nuclear warhead, to destroy the Argentine fleet. The U.S. ordered all forces out of the area in 20 minutes. After 15 minutes, the missile was launched and programmed to blow up after they knew it was 75 yards under the water. The missile would arrive and destroy the Argentine fleet, which we have a video that we can show you right here.